60 seconds.
I'm talking to the mic, man.
I'm talking to the mic. I'm talking.
That's great.
Thank you.
I mean, you got.
It's a Friday night, and you're playing You Don't Know Jack, which I think is very cost-effective. Going out on a weekend night is very expensive. I think you're very smart. How many penny pinchers do we have tonight?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Okay, then. Player one, how about typing in your name for us?
45 seconds.
Player two, it's your turn now.
It's an adult who's still a kid.
Another thing, are you looking for a 7-question game or a 21-question game?
Little kids.
All right, got it, no problem.
30 seconds.
Player one, your buzzer's the letter Q, as in quark. And player two, your letter is P. That's P as in password is P.
In 20 years, that
20
word is
seconds.
going to be like 20 years ago, you know what I mean?
Boy, all right, listen up. You're going to get a bunch of questions. If you think you know the answer, buzz in. Then type a 1, 2, 3, or 4, whichever answer choice suits you. If it's a specialty question, listen to Schmitty, the host. He'll explain everything.
10 seconds.
Good luck.
9.
Yes, that's
8.
camera A.
7.
Okay,
6,
here we go.
5,
Lose the desktop.
4,
Okay, go to
3.
black.
Paid for by the National Ice Board. Not affiliated with the National Water Council or the National Association for the Advancement of Water Vapor.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hello there, my name is Schmitty. Welcome to You Don't Know Jack TV. Wow, you two make some kind of freaky odd couple. You know that? Well, at least you'll both have something to talk about after this. Let's go. First of all, we're going to need some pointy objects. About those screws, if a question comes up and your neighbor over there looks like Jethro trying to hook up a VCR, that's probably a good time to screw them. Buzz in, hit the S key, and then they gotta answer it, okay? Now, let's see what happens in today's episode. Pick a category, player one.
And now climbing up the charts all the way to number 1.
Let's see what we got going. Everybody's doing it. I'm gonna make this one $1,000. Man, I love springtime. Spring fever is the best. When a young man's fancy turns to, well, fancy. Hey, but did you hear about this new fever going around? Yeah, it seems like the whole world is horny. Because her show's theme song says she can turn the world on with her smile, whose silly grin is the cause of this global... Player one, do it! Just like the song says about Mary Richards, she can turn the world on with her smile. And when she throws her hat in the air, even British people get excited. Player one, tell me what's next. For your enjoyment, Butts in Space. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Hey, you know how Bart Simpson drops trow and moons whoever he can, whenever he gets the chance? Well, imagine that Bart's moon experiences the same plight as the moon in Space 1999. What would happen to Bart's butt? It would hurtle through space. It would explode into a million yellow pieces. It would be eaten by bacteria, or it would be invaded by Martians. Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? On that show, Space 1999, an atomic explosion blasts the moon out of the Earth's orbit and sends it hurtling through space. That's one major explosion. Your call, player two.
This is question 3.
The category, sharing the laughter and love with damn near anyone. You get it right, you get $2K. Here's the question. Suppose Maggie on Growing Pains divorced Jason, married the fall guy, then left him and married Ward on Leave It to Beaver. If she kept the surnames in order, who would she be? Maggie Seaver, Seaver Clavin, Maggie Seaver, Beaver Cleaver, Maggie Seaver, Cleaver Seavers, or Maggie Seaver, Seavers Cleaver? Could have given you some cash if you picked this one. In order, the Growing Pains family name is Seaver. The fall guy is called Seavers, and Ward is a cleaver, giving us Seaver, Seavers, Cleaver, which means her show would be Growing Guy Pains Beaver. Player 2, what looks good? That's the way, Player 2. Hey, Player 1, I hope you like to watch, because Player 2 just got a dis or dat. This dis or dat's category name is, they look just like the rest of us. Now, I'm going to read off 7 shows, and for each one, I want you to tell me if the main character is an alien or a machine. As you see each one, if the main character is an alien, press 1. If the main character is a machine, press 2. And hit 4 if you want to skip. $500 for each right answer, and $500 is going to be taken away if you get it wrong and you don't get to it. All right, I'm going to start you off with 30 seconds on the clock. It's showtime. Small Wonder, Alien or Machine? Ow! Max Headroom? My Living Doll? Mork and Mindy? Third Rock? Last one. Hold. That'll do it. You got 5 out of 7. Are you happy with that? Let's look at your score. All right, time marches on. Player 1, your choice. The category is, isn't that a J. Crew color? Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Put it in gear, because here we go. Imagine that you're having Eldon Burnett paint your house. Considering the show on which you see him, what color might your house be when he's done? Betty White, Solid Gold, NYPD Blue, or Murphy Brown? It's all yours, Player 1. Eldon Burnett is that character who seems to always be around painting Murphy Brown's townhouse. Now, I would think Murphy's house would be done an unwed white mother. Let's have a category, Player 1. Shake hands with unnatural gas. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. All right, give me your best shot. Imagine a White Castle promotion in which you buy a sack of 10 sliders and are then eligible to go on a sliders adventure. What did you expect to do on this adventure? Travel to a parallel Earth and eat burgers, do extreme sports and eat burgers, jump on a wet plastic strip and eat burgers, or get abducted by aliens and eat burgers. Don't worry about it. You might actually be smart in a different dimension. The gang on sliders travel through a wormhole in time to a parallel universe Earth, an Earth where there are no bathrooms. Player 2, what do you want?
Hi.
Ordered.
Don't shoot. Got him ordered.
Tonight.
Savory.
I love you, question 7.
This one's called Canine versus Rover. We're playing for $3,000 this time. So, do you remember NASA's Pathfinder mission? Suppose the Pathfinder mission to Mars encountered Marvin the Martian. What would Marvin use to get rid of the pesky Mars rover? The Imrudetohim PU-36 space modulator, the Illudium PU-36 space modulator, the Ammonia P-36 space modulator, or the Illudium PU-36 space modulator? So you don't lose any sleep over it. Marvin the Martian, that little pea-head guy, he uses the Illudium PU-36 space modulator to threaten the Earth. He also threatened to use his helmet to scrub the rings off Saturn. Player 2, how about a category?
Join us as we explore the fascinating world of 8.
Today's specialties include Incontinence, plain and simple. $2,000 for correct answer. Forward march. Because he despises the word, what would Louis from Taxi probably not say if he wet himself? I had an accident. I need to go and change. I lost control of my bladder. Or, I wet myself. Should have picked this one. Louis hates the word accident. Of course, knowing Louis, he'd probably just say, I pissed in my pants, and leave it at that. Player 2, grab a category. We're calling this one, Let's Spend the Night Watching TV. You get it right, I'm giving you $1,000. Okay, free your mind. If you would watch the Rolling Stones' 1967 appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show when they sang Let's Spend the Night Together, how would you have heard them sing the chorus? Let's spend a dime together. Let's get real tight together. Let's spend some time together. Or let's skin a lion together. Player 1. On the Ed Sullivan Show, the Stones were asked, and they agreed to sing the song as Let's Spend Some Time Together. And I think they're singing it that way these days anyway, since they're getting too old to spend their nights doing much of anything else. Player 1, looks like you're the one who's screwed. What's it gonna be, Player 2? All right, give it up for You Can't Go There on Television. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. All right, Sullivan fans, how about this one? When the Doors were on the Ed Sullivan Show, they were asked to change the part of Light My Fire that says we couldn't get much higher. What did the Doors wind up singing? We couldn't begin to tire. We couldn't get much higher. You don't have to call me sire, or I want to be your test of fire. What do you say we check out the right answer? They didn't change it. I mean, what's the big deal? It's not like Jim Morrison whipped out his clock or anything. Is that what that says? What is that? Oh. Okay, you made it through one round. Let's see what happens in round 2. Let's do it. All right, kids, time to get your weapons. 1 screw apiece. That'll keep you busy. Now in round 2, every question is worth twice as much, so there's going to be some big cash moving around. Let's get to it. Player 1, what's up? May I introduce, and you wonder why they call you a loser? I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Let's see how you handle this one. Which of the following is not a Charlie Brown made-for-TV special? You're not elected, Charlie Brown. It's the Easter Beagle, Charlie Brown. It's Arbor Day, Charlie Brown. Or it's a grand old flag, Charlie Brown. Player 2, you're not right, Charlie Brown. What do you say, Player 1? It's all yours, What? It's Arbor Day? Oh, wow, I had no idea. I gotta get ready. I've gotta make a cake, and I got people coming over. What? Oh, never mind. Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. Each of the thrilling titles listed is actually a Charlie Brown special, except for this one about Flag Day. Yeah, there are already so many fine children's specials about Flag Day, I guess they just didn't feel the need. Player 1, what are we doing? Well, what do we have here? What church is like on other planets? We're talking 6K here, so pay attention. One question coming right up. Given the name of the god he worships, what activity would Alf most likely mistake for a religious experience? Attending a speech by Bill Clinton, listening to old BARRY Manilow records, watching an old Bob Hope Christmas special, or tuning in BUFFY the Vampire Slayer? Hey, Player 2, you like the name of Alf's god is Barry. Yeah, well, Barry may write the songs that make the whole world sing, but you know what, Alf? God made the whole world, okay? So try and top that one, you heathen. Player 1, this is why they tell you to remember the names of all the people you screwed, because it's going to come back to haunt you. Category time.
Flash, we interrupt this game to bring you a special question.
Coming at you. Thingies. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Okay, I'm talking about these things. You know, I got this, geez, it's so hard to describe to you. They're, if you can imagine, they're like, oh, I got it. You know what? They're like sands through the hourglass. Yes, that's it. They are just like sands through the hourglass. What the hell am I talking about? Type it in when you think you know it. What, nobody's gonna go for it? Hey, player 2, look at all the cash you're sitting on there. Audience, what do you think?
Don't be a wimp!
Now or never, player 2. Start typing and hit return. Maybe you want to start... You're wrong and you smell like ass. Player 1, it's yours if you want it. All you had to do was type this. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. And like nails on a chalkboard, so is watching this show. Player 1, give me a category.
I remember growing up on the mountain and sharing my bedroom with 14.
And our special guest tonight, aren't you a little hairy for a villain? If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Lock up your daughters, there's a werewolf on the loose in TV land. Because of the type of weapon he or she uses, which of these TV law enforcers would make the best werewolf hunter? The $6 Million Man, Wonder Woman, TJ Hooker, or the Lone Ranger? Why didn't you pick this one? The Lone Ranger uses silver bullets, which is just what you need to kill a werewolf. I understand he used to carry a crucifix and some garlic, but he couldn't get the criminals to stop laughing. Player 1, why don't you give me a category? Uh-oh, fresh slut tits eyesore.
It is time for observation.
Your gibberish category for today is when Santa Claus doesn't come to town. The opening value of this gibberish question is $10,000. All right, listen up. Every second and a half, some of that cash is going to disappear. So if you want to win big, you got to move quick. Okay, see if you can tell me what phrase this rhymes with. Christmas loan repossessed. First clue, it's an announcement. I no longer wet the bed. No, that's not true. It's an announcement by the emergency broadcast system. Last clue, you'll be graded on this. Player 2, go for it. Type in your... You know, have the folks at the emergency broadcast system ever heard about the little boy who cried wolf? I mean, who's ever going to hear that monotone beep and believe there's actually an emergency going on? Not me. Player 2, take your pick. Let's have a big warm welcome for important issues of the 80s. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. All right, I got to fill in the blank for you. So when you know the answer, buzz in and type to your little heart's content. You ready? According to the commercial, where's the beef? Well, obviously, it wasn't that good a commercial after all. The beef could allegedly be found in the jumbo burgers at Wendy's. Burgers. Oh, man, you're not going to believe what I thought that little old lady was asking for. All this time. Don't I feel the fool? Let's have a category. This category is known as Diploma-tic Immunity. How does $2,000 sound? So, did you know that as of 1997, Peter Jennings is a bit short of finishing a degree in school? Suppose Peter Jennings decided to go back and finish his schooling. Based on the degree he would receive, what would be the best song to play at his graduation party? Rock and Roll High School, Beauty School Dropout, Calling Dr. Love, or Send Lawyers, Guns, and Money? You want to see what the smart money says? Peter Jennings never finished high school. So let that be a lesson to all you kids out there. If you don't finish high school, you're going to be brilliant, rich, and famous. Now hit the books. Player 1, your choice. Here we have I'm Out. How does $4,000 grab you? All right, now I know that many people think that Ellen DeGeneres' character on Ellen was the first gay character to come out of the closet. Well, it seems the closet was already wide open. Which of the following sitcom characters exited the closet years before Ellen Morgan? Miss Jane from the Beverly Hillbillies, Dr. Smith from Lost in Space, Jody from Soap, or Cagney and Lacey? For the curious, here's the right answer. Jody Dallas, played by Billy Crystal, was one of the earliest openly gay characters to appear in a sitcom. And I think Bob, the ventriloquist dummy on Soap, is bi. I mean, he's sporting wood no matter who's around. Player one, tell me what... Let's take a look at the buddy system. This one can get you $6,000. Hey, once again, it's Buddy Day at the local pool, and your swimming buddy is, that's right, Buddy from the 70s TV show Family. You accidentally swallow some water and start to drown, but Buddy isn't responding. If you shout her real name as you're going down, what will you be shouting? Lynette! Letitia! Budweiser! Or Bernice! Here's the one you didn't pick. Buddy's real name is Letitia, so you might try yelling that. You could also try yelling, I'm drowning! Pick a category, player. I believe this one is called Upstairs Talking to the Postman. You get it right, you get $2K. Get the wax out of your ears, it's question time. Given the nickname of Buddy's wife on the Dick Van Dyke Show, where would you most likely find her? Riding a broom, on top of Old Smokey, in a swimming pool, or in a sandwich? Does this ring a bell? Buddy Sorrell's wife is called Pickles. I guess Gherkin was already taken. Player one, why don't you give me a category? Welcome to the Jack Attack. When you see two words on the screen that match, hit your buzzer. If you're right, I'll give you $2,000. If you're wrong, you're going down 2,000. But don't forget, remember the clue. Not any old word's gonna do it. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. I'm thinking of a number. I'm also thinking of what's about to happen to your score. Good luck. Takes it. Player one, you got this game by a nose. And I mean one of those little fakey, upturned plastic surgery noses they slap on people these days. You know, they say it's for medical reasons, but I think it's because...
You don't know, Jack! All right, that's one more in the can, folks. Hey, Raul, what's happening?
Congratulations! You not only made it to the high scoreboard, but you bumped off a few names that were up there. Way to go. That means you're improving.